It was supposed to. Okay, there we go. We're recording now.
All right.
Sorry.
All right. So, hello, everyone. This HOA 101 is a presentation for new homeowners, just to get to know the community and to get to know the staff. So, my name is Eva Pellion, and I'm the community manager of Gateway Parks. So, this meeting will really just be an informative session about, like I mentioned earlier, the Gateway Parks community and what a homeowners association is and what some of your responsibilities are, as well as what our responsibilities are. And if you ever have any questions, of course, our contact information is at the end of the presentation, and you can ask us at any time. So we want to officially welcome you to the Gateway Parks community. We're excited to have you here, and we look forward to seeing you throughout the year, either here in the Amenity Center office or at some of our awesome events. So today's goals. We would like to, of course, extend our welcome, share our community resources, define association living, and encourage involvement in the community. So CCMC, Capital Consultants Management Corporation, is our management company. This is the company that manages the Gateway Parks Association. So myself, Eva, Sheena, and Aisha, who you will meet later on in the presentation, all work for Gateway Parks, and we are here to serve you. So the vision of CCMC, as listed on the slide, is to revolutionize large-scale community management by inspiring meaningful experiences for residents and team members. Our values are integrity, respect, service, and community. So before I jump into defining what an association is, our role is really to focus on building relationships, and by bringing people together within a community, our goal is to create these meaningful experiences and create communities that feel like home. So hopefully Gateway Parks will feel like home in no time to you. I'm so sorry. Can you go back to that slide? So what is an association? An association, or a homeowners association, is a group of owners who wish to provide a communal basis for preserving, maintaining, and enhancing their homes and property. So essentially, it just strives to protect property values for those living in the community. We do this by enforcing restrictions on homeowners, on what homeowners can and cannot do, and guaranteeing the maintenance and upkeep of the common areas and the amenities. And you can go next. So our community documents, which can be found on our website, mygatewayparks.com, under resources, community documents, essentially tell you what the HOA is, what you can and cannot do, basically all of the rules and regulations of an HOA. So at the top of the pyramid, we have federal and state law that always trumps all of our documents. Beneath that, we have the recorded plat, which is the document that contains information about a property's neighborhood and its makeup. It's also known just as a plat. Plat maps show how a piece of land is divided into lots in an area. The CC&Rs, the covenants, conditions, and restrictions, are rules that govern life in an HOA. So they describe requirements and limitations of what you can and cannot do with your property. This is, again, to protect, preserve, and enhance property values in the community. The Articles of Incorporation. This is the paperwork filed with the Secretary of State to formally establish the Property Owners Association as a legal entity. The bylaws are set forth in writing what a property owners association can do and how they must do it. This governs how the HOA operates. And at the bottom of the pyramid, we have board of resolutions. These are any changes that we want to make to our CC&Rs. And as I mentioned earlier, you have federal law that trumps all the documents, state law, and then local law. Again, all of these documents can be found on our website, and you can peruse them at your discretion. So what are the responsibilities of your HOA staff, which is, again, myself, Aisha, and Sheena. So we have many responsibilities, and these are all listed on the slide here. So customer service, of course, we are the face of the community. If anybody has any questions, concerns, you come to us, and hopefully we can always help you or come to some kind of solution. We manage the daily operations of the community. We consult with the board on a regular basis. We plan the budgets, yearly budgets. We look over financials every month. Those are also posted on our website. We supervise the vendors that come to the community, so landscapers, pool vendors, etc. We enforce the rules and restrictions. So Sheena does the inspections for the community. So she drives around and ensures that everybody is preserving their property. We obviously preserve common spaces. So again, these include the pools, the green spaces, the sidewalks, essentially all of the amenities that you find in the community. We are also responsible for communications, and Aisha will go into that later on. This is anything from social media to e-newsletters to mailed letters, basically any communications that you need to know about the community. And lastly, our lifestyle program, which again, Aisha will go into more detail later. But this is essentially just a program of events. It's really awesome, and there's always something to do for everybody. So there are certain things that we are not responsible for. So on this slide, there are a couple of items that I list that the HOA is not responsible for and who you can contact. So for example, street parking and speeding, you would have to contact the City of Forney Compliance. Their phone number and email is listed on the slide. Street parking is legal. People can park for 48 hours, and we do not have any jurisdiction over street parking. Obviously, speeding is something that you would call the City of Forney as well if ever you notice anybody speeding in the neighborhood. Any loose or stray animals, you would call animal control. Again, their number and email email address is listed on the slide. And lastly, any loud noise or domestic disturbances, of course, you would call the City of Forney Police. Their non-emergency phone number is listed on the slide. And of course, if ever it's an emergency, you would call 911. And their website, sorry, I keep saying email. Their website is listed on this slide, and you can feel free to contact them there. So our board of directors consists of 3 members: Daniel Satsky, Chelsea Walker, and Ross Stalcup. They are all part of Ashton Woods. They are our developer. So essentially, they have the final say on decisions or board resolutions. They trust us, the management company, to make decisions, and they normally go with our recommendation. However, like I said, they do have the final say. So just a little bit about declarant control versus homeowner control. So as I mentioned, Ashton Woods is currently the board of directors. So we are currently under declarant control. So they, again, have the final say in all community policies. They provide a subsidy for the community where they fund, basically they fund the association account either quarterly or biannually, depending on how often we need it. And this goes into our operating budget and helps us maintain the community. Builder assessments. The only new builder we have in the community is K. Hovnanian Homes, and they just started building, so they will be paying assessments very shortly. Eventually, we will no longer be under declarant control. We will be under homeowner control. This will start at 75% build out. One homeowner will be elected on the board of directors. And at full completion, so 100% build out, Gateway Parks will have a full homeowner board, and that's when the current board of directors will fully move out. Ashton Woods will fully move out as board of directors, and we will have a homeowner board. So this, I anticipate, will happen in several years. And before I move it on to Sheena, who will go over all things community standards, I just want to mention that we highly encourage homeowners to contact us, communicate with us, send us work orders that they notice around the community. It could be anything. We do drive the community and walk the community. However, it's only the 3 of us here. We do not have a maintenance team on site. So we always encourage this open communication with homeowners. We do have some QR codes listed around the community. So if ever you notice anything at all, or you have any questions at all about anything, please feel free to contact us. And on that note, again, my name is Eva Appelian, and I will turn it over to Sheena.
Hi, everyone. My name is Sheena Hickey, and I am the operations coordinator here at Gateway Parks. Just want to talk to you a little bit about our community standards that we do here. Next slide. Thank you. Okay, so community inspections. What we do is we enforce the CC&Rs, which is our rules and regulations, our design guidelines, everything that falls in our community documents. I just make sure all of our homeowners are staying on top of it and following those guidelines. By doing so, it keeps your property cohesive and attractive. It will raise your property value, and it keeps this beautiful community just as beautiful as it started. Our community inspections are performed bi-weekly. I do them every Tuesday or every other Tuesday afternoons between 1 p.m. and 4 p.m. If there's any time where I'm not able to do it on a Tuesday, a letter goes out in our newsletter or an email notification letting you know that it's been canceled, and we'll move it to the next week. But they are performed on Tuesdays between 1 and 4. Some of the common violations that I see around Gateway is landscape. Landscape is a big one. This would be overgrown grass, weeds, grass, and the landscape beds and the tree wells. Visible trash carts. Your trash carts need to be hidden either in your garage or behind your fence in the backyard. We do have an approved screen fence. If you don't know what this is, you can always give me a call, send me an email, and I can send you a picture of what it is. It'll match the fence that you have. It just goes on the side of your house, and you're able to put your trash cart behind that. Unsightly objects. There's a wide range of unsightly objects. Most of them are usually torn or broken basketball courts, oil stains in your driveway, landscape materials that you've left out in your front yard or in the street, anything like that. That would be considered an unsightly object. Unapproved projects would be modification requests. Anything that you do exterior on your property will need a modification request, which you can put in on our website, mygatewayparks.com. And then lastly is children's toys. Once your child's done playing, you want to make sure you put your toys back in the house or in the garage. This would be balls, bicycles, slides, anything children's toy related would need to be put back up when you're done. So there's 6 stages to a lifestyle or a life cycle of a violation. The first one is our courtesy notice. When we drive out and you have not received a notification about a particular violation, you'll receive a courtesy notice first. It just says, hey, this is what we see. This is what you need to fix. You have 14 days to cure this. After 14 days and I have not heard from you and the property has not been cured, you will be issued a warning notice. A warning notice is just another, it's almost like a courtesy notice, but you have a little bit longer to cure it. You have 30 days to cure. Once you do that, you would just give me a call, let me know. But if we have not heard from you within those 30 days and we go out and re-inspect, it will be then escalated to stage 3, which is a notice of fine. It's a $50 fine for the first time. You will need to cure it immediately. Once that has not been cured, another notice would be $100, and then so on would go up to $200, and then by the next round, it'll be $400 every single time that violation has not been cured. Once the violation has been cured, we are able to close this, and it would go right back to a courtesy notice if there's any future violations of the same thing. So we just want to make sure that you stay in contact with us and communicate. When you receive a notice, just give us a call, send me an email so we can put notes in your account so it doesn't escalate to the next stage. So as long as we stay in communication, we can work together. Home modifications. This is the exterior projects that I was talking about. You do need to put in a request on our website, mygatewayparks.com. All exterior projects, front and backyard, must be approved prior to the start of your project. So backyard projects would be patio extensions, pergolas, playgrounds. If you want a playscape for your child, you do have to put in a request to have that installed. Gutters, anything, even a landscape. If you want to do a huge landscape project in your backyard, you still need to get that approved. To submit a request, you will go to mygatewayparks.com, click on the resources, property modification. If you need a permit to have this project done, we do need the permit from the city of Forney. Some of the permit requirements would be a pool installation, anything concrete related. So if you have a patio extension, and anything that's going to be attached to the home would also need a permit. Some of the common modifications that I see here are new landscape beds. So that's if you are going to redo your entire front yard landscape, or you want to put bricks or some type of border around the current landscape that you have, you would need that. Painting, if you're going to repaint your trim and shutters, you would need to put in a request for that. Same way with the front door. If you want to change the color of your front door, or if you want a new front door or a new garage door, you would need to do that. Sheds, pergolas, playscapes, backyard kitchens, patios, pool installation. A lot of people want to move their fence up a little bit to hide a window or their AC unit. You will need to contact us about that so you can get the correct measurements to do so. And then that would also need a modification. And then solar panels. Solar panels are huge around here, but you do need to put in a request for that as well. What am I responsible for in an HOA? A homeowner living in an HOA is responsible for paying their assessments and following the community guidelines. A lot of people ask, what are my fees applying to? Your fees are applied to administrative fees, which would be on-site services, social events, our contract services, which is our landscape contract, janitorial contract, our pool services, parts and supplies, which would be our pool supplies to keep the pools cleaned, janitorial supplies, the key fobs that you receive to get in our facilities, and then just general supplies needed here and there. Repairs and maintenance, we do have a lot of irrigation repairs, plumbing repairs, if there's anything wrong with the pool. Your fees will go towards that as well as the common areas. And then we do have insurance here, D&O, general workers' comp, fees apply to that. And then utilities. We have a huge water bill for all of our wonderful green spaces here. So water, electricity, gas, phone, these are what your fees will apply to. HOA assessments. They are due quarterly, $225 every January, April, July, and October 1st. The first little slide up there, it says cost of assessments. Most of our homeowners will pay the $225 quarterly. It's less common to see them pay the whole $900 for the year, but we do have homeowners that do pay the whole $900 and they only have to pay it once. So that is an option for you to do. And then several homeowners in the community will pay the $75 monthly rate, and they just pay $75 every month, and they never miss. Some of the payment options that we do have is check or money order here on the on-site office. We do not accept credit card inside this office, but you can pay online at allianceassociationbank.com. The easiest way to get there is to log into our website, mygatewayparks.com, click on online payments, and it takes you directly to that Alliance Bank. If you set up auto pay, there will be no fees that are added to that payment. There is a fee applied to every one-time payment that you do make online, so it's best to set up auto pay if you want to pay online. Non-payment and late fees. So after 30 days, per se, January 1st, you have until January 30th to make that payment. If you have not made that payment on the 30th, the following day, a $20 late fee on top of a $25 delinquency fee plus interest will be charged to your account. And this will be charged every single month until the payment is made. Frequently asked questions for delinquent assessments. Can I get on a payment plan if I fall delinquent? Yes, you can get on a payment plan. You are subject to one payment plan every 24 months as long as you do not default on the current plan that you are on. I received a letter from an attorney. What is my next step? So if you receive a letter from an attorney, that means you are severely delinquent on your HOA assessments, and we have now turned your account over to collections. You will need to contact the number provided from that attorney to make payment arrangements with them. We will no longer be able to accept your payment here in the on-site office, or you will not be able to make a payment online through Alliance Bank. All payments will have to go to the attorney after that. I was told assessments are paid through my mortgage. This is wrong. Assessments are paid to the HOA. It is completely separate from your mortgage company. So please make sure that you know to make it here and that you're not sending any kind of extra payments to your mortgage company. My facility cards are deactivated. Why? If you have become delinquent on your assessments and have received a demand letter from CCMC for non-payment, your access cards are subject to become deactivated until the balance has cured. So you will receive late letters and late statements. And then once you receive maybe 2 or 3 of those, a demand letter is issued. And it's something from CCMC or corporate office letting you know, hey, this is your balance and you are subject to be turned over to collections with the attorney soon. Once you receive that letter, then your cards will be deactivated and you will no longer be able to use our facilities. And our community meetings that you are all invited to. We have a few that we have throughout the year. We do have our HOA 101s monthly, virtually, the way we're doing here. And then we also have them quarterly on site. Once we have one of those scheduled, it will be on our community calendar and you'll be able to register for that. We do have our Now You Knows. These are monthly on our Facebook Live. Again, all of these are going to be on our calendar for you to see and register for. We do have an annual meeting that we encourage everyone to come to. This is held every January. Closer to the time of the annual meeting, a letter will be sent out so you know the exact date and time. And then we do have our resident socials. These monthly socials are hosted by our lifestyle director. And once it's turned over to her, she'll give you a little bit more insight on what she does with those. And that is it for our operations. And I will turn it over to Aisha.
Thank you, Sheena. Well, howdy, beautiful people. As I said, welcome to HOA 101. My name is Aisha Williams. I serve as the lifestyle coordinator, sometimes called the director of fun out here at Gateway Parks. So, what is lifestyle? And essentially, what you guys have already heard, lifestyle serves within the community to make sure that there's a little bit of camaraderie that goes on. And we just serve as the middleman to help connect you and your neighbors with fun events going on in the community. All right, so some of the monthly programs that Sheena was mentioning, we do host a monthly, and it kind of alternates, but a bingo as well as a trivia. And this quarter, we're also introducing, or at least next year, we're introducing our paint night. So every quarter, you'll have either a bingo, trivia, or a paint night that you can guys can come to. We also have a host of community clubs, and the community clubs here within Gateway Parks are essentially just clubs that are led by homeowners, and essentially all of the members are homeowners. So the examples we have would be the Tinkering Tuesdays Club or the Homeschoolers, which they now meet on Thursdays. We also have our Well-Read Women's Book Club. And currently our other one is the Gateway Gardeners, so the Gardeners Club. If there's ever any community clubs that you guys are wishing to start, all we ask is that you have 5 people that are community homeowners that also have interest within that. You just submit an application and we can see what we can do as far as the HOA to get you guys meeting. All right, some of the past events that we've hosted would be our annual Spring Bash. We also have our Adult Glow Extravaganza. And then one of the particular events we did for Father's Day this year was the Dads and Dudes Father's Day Paintball event. So within our events, you'll see a host of them that are actually hosted here at the community. Or there may be times where we'll pretty much foot the bill for you guys to go enjoy something that's offsite that maybe we can't provide here at Gateway Parks. And going along with some of our signature events, as you saw with the Adult Glow and the Extravaganza, we also have our Halloween Trunk or Treat that coincides with our Monsters Ball or the Creepy Carnival. We also have our Colors of Autumn Vendor Fair that happens every November, and then the Jolly Jingles and Jammies. And then, so these would be some of the signature events that we have here at the community. All right, so communications, as you heard Eva explain, we do have lots of ways to get you guys information. If you guys haven't done so already, I would encourage you right now, go ahead and pull out your phones and type in www.mygatewayparks.com. As soon as you log into it, which most times than not, if you made it this far to register for HOA 101, then you should already be connected with the website. But in the event that you are not, you just simply go to that website, and as soon as you log in, it's going to prompt you to sign up for our e-newsletter. It's going to say subscribe and stay in the know. So you can select gateway parks as well as general interest. This way, whenever our e-newsletters come out, which is bi-weekly, as well as the This Week in Lifestyle that I send out every Monday, anytime there's things that you guys need to know, we are going to send it through that e-newsletter sign up. So make sure that you guys are signed up for there. We also have our Facebook page as well as Instagram. All right. So we are very fortunate enough out here at Gateway Parks to where a lot of our homeowners will volunteer and get involved and kind of get their hands dirty. So our volunteer coordinating efforts is going to be called the Events Entourage. So anytime you see this orange and blue logo Events Entourage, that means that we have volunteer opportunities coming up. And because the program out here is so awesome, we do what we call an All-Stars program. This just means whoever gets the most stars for volunteering at the end of the year, we actually award the Ambassadors All-Star with a $225 gift card, which is essentially a quarter of your assessments. Isn't that great to know that you can be rewarded for just volunteering in your community? All right, and some of the community partners that we are fortunate to partner with would be Metroplex Pest Services, Mirror Lake Dentistry, Texas Farm Bureau, Forney Youth Athletic Association, and Woodlake Outdoor. And don't mind the orange, those are just there because, or at least the red, shall I say, because we are currently renewing our partnership with those. So if you guys ever have any businesses that you would like to see us involved with, please don't hesitate to just shoot me an email and I'll be able to connect with those. And if you guys have any questions, our information is going to be on this next slide. You can give us a call at the office at 469-602-5175. For Eva Appelian, Sheena Hickey, or myself, Aisha Williams, you can always type in our first initial last name at ccmcnet.com. So again, Eva Appelian, the community manager, Sheena Hickey, the operations coordinator, and then myself, Aisha Williams, your lifestyle director. Now let me maximize to stop.